We got the outside vibes going today. Yo, what's up? It's your boy One Shot Nas back with another video. Today we're talking about something I think is very important, and I want to encourage you guys to go do the same. I recently made my first short film. I'm actually not finished with the shooting yet, but I went out there and actually tried to make my own short film. And I want to talk to you guys about the journey, the process, and encourage you guys to go out there and shoot your own creative passion projects because it's something that's very important to each and every creator. We all come up with something, and we all think about something when we're walking down the street, when we're waking up in the morning about that film we could have shot, or that passion project we could have did, or that spec project we could have showed those people. Let's talk about it today, and let's encourage each other to go out there and keep shooting it. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna get into is kind of the background and the reason why I wanted to create a short film. So the first starter off is my short film is called Intrusive. It's a scary movie about intrusive thoughts that it's like a intrusive demon that overcomes the person who's the main character, and I'll show you guys some of the podcast clips of me and my homeboy who is the main character of my film and talking about the process, and he's going to talk about kind of how he got into character, things like that. We're not going to post everything until the film is completely done and we get a chance to make a whole bunch of content and be able to post all days of BTS because we have like all the days of BTS. The film is about intrusive thoughts overtaking your head and taking control of the character when you're supposed to stay in control. That it's just kind of the background of the film. That's kind of what it is. The reason why I came up with this idea was kind of awesome and spectacular at the same time. The reason I came up with the idea is because one, I wanted to challenge myself. Two, I wanted to be a full director. I wanted to fully take on the director role. Three, I also really wanted to storyboard and do pre-production, which we're gonna get into a little bit more. So I really wanted to do pre-production in the whole process and take that stuff seriously instead of just halfway doing it. I kind of do it for some of my client shoots because it's really easy. They give you time, they give you weather. They don't really give you anything too much. Just kind of just putting a mood board together, maybe a couple shot suggestions, but not a shot list, not a scripted story, not something that has extensive continuity to it. That's one of the things that I really wanted to get into, the storytelling aspect of being a director, of being a storyteller, of being a cinematographer, and practicing and challenging my lighting. So we're going to get into kind of the details of things I just talked about. So the first one is challenging myself. The background of the story, again, is the challenge. The challenge was the main driver and why I wanted to do it, because I want to encourage you guys the same way I was feeling encouraged by people like Tenfold Productions. I really love his content. And they go out there and they do passion projects and they put a crew together of 15 people. And I don't want to put a crew together of 15 people because I wanted to challenge myself in a comfortable environment. And environment is one of our topics. So I'll talk about environment right now. I wanted to challenge myself in a comfortable environment, and how the comfortable environment helped me was I was able to hire my friends for free. My homeboy, Jacody Mathis, is an aspiring actor, and he's looking to do more projects. So I kind of walked up to him one day, and I was like, hey, man, let's go out there and make a short film, and let's make a scary movie. Like, let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can come up with it. We actually shot one, which was not a scary movie, but a short film before, like 2 years ago. It was kind of just some B-roll footage, and montage footage of him, acting like a boxer. We kind of made like a motivational kind of like speech, like short film, like 2 years ago. I'll show you some footage of that. But this time we wanted to really go and deep dive into it. Really, I really wanted to deep dive into it because I wanted to take the challenge to myself. So I offered him a challenge to himself and say, hey, man, let's take this project and let's be super serious about it. And let's see what we can come up with. I think you're going to do good at it, and I think I could do really good at this. And we really can make this a portfolio piece for one another. Actually go crazy and do something that a lot of people don't get out of their chair to do. And that's kind of what I'm here talking to you about, is about the thought process of getting out that chair, getting off that pen and paper, and actually going and discipline yourself to schedule the shoots, bring the actors together, bring your friends together, and actually go out there and make it. You might not think the film's going to be good. You might not think your lighting's going to be the best. But if you go out there and at least you try, you're going to at least see. So that was the bottom line I just wanted to do. I didn't think the film was going to do anything. I didn't think it was going to be good. We're still not finished. I thought it was going to be easy. Things like that. There's a process to it. Like, even in the shooting of the film, I thought it was going to be a 2-day shoot where we do a Friday and a Saturday. We'll get everything done. We started shooting. We started at 5 o'clock. And we didn't end until 2 a.m. on the first day. And we didn't get half the things done. So just be okay with messing up. And again, that goes back to environment and why my environment was as comfortable as it was, and why I wanted a no judgment zone. So I invited friends who were more like my Sandlot friends. I'll talk about that in the podcast. You'll see it. People who see me since a child and up. Instead of inviting my filmmaker friends, it's always good to have filmmaker friends, but use the ones that don't give you the judgment or give you the professionalism that they bring to every project when you're trying to work on your passion projects, because it's not always based on work. we are working. We're not getting paid for this, but let's have a time to where we can mess up, where we can change things. We don't have to be so timestamp based, things like that. So I usually try to invite my friends who kind of chill, who just want to see us all grow, and the things that I take super duper serious, which I have a film coming up that I want to do, I'll start inviting those friends who are the YouTube guys and all those guys, and then we'll sit there and have a conversation, and then we'll get into the film. Probably will kill it. I have another idea coming up I want to shoot, so hopefully they'll be invited to that. But that just kind of kills on the idea of environment and why environment is so important. So that was a challenge to myself, being a director, going out there and challenging the environment and creating one for myself, creating mood boards and things like that. So that's the next thing I'm gonna get into. The next thing I'm gonna get into is the mood board process and the pre-production process. The pre-production process was something I did by myself. I actually took a lot of consultation calls from a lot of people who do short films and have been in the industry for short films, and I called to see what I needed to do. A lot of them told me I should go and talk to some people who are like specific story writers and shot listers. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. I just wanted to create my own environment because I never was able to work with a crew and they all listen to me because I'm the director. Outside of me just being the cam operator or a DP who's telling the cam ops to do something. This was the whole second to listen to me. It was the whole thing was my idea. Like I literally challenged myself in full creativity on being a director. And I think we did it. I think that in the mood board process and the pre-production process and storyboarding process, I was able to relax, calm down, make my own story, and able to tell it shot to shot and challenge my brain to actually make it make sense. So that's something I tell my fighters that I teach all the time. Make your fights, make your points make sense. It's a reason why you're doing something. Don't just do it to be doing it. And I wanted to intentionally write something that I think related to people. I think that it made sense, and I think it was going to be easier to create. And so scary movies are super easy to create because it's cheap, it's budget friendly. It doesn't require a lot of dialogue unless you want it to be a lot of dialogue. It's an easy concept to get if you really make a good one that's relatable. And it's kind of the most creative lighting you're going to get. So it's a super different genre, and I literally threw myself at it and was like, I'm gonna open my mind pre-production based, and I'm gonna get the scariest. I'm gonna get a contrast of the characters. I wanted to do some character development, and I actually called Cody and told him, hey, like, let's talk about this character development and let's see what this character is gonna be and what it's about, and like let's get into it as a director. So I was able to call up Cody, and we sat there and we figured it out. And I'm gonna let Cody's podcast clip show where he talks about how he has to get into character, some of the dark moments that he had to go through in his own head to unlock what was going on around him and unlock the character that we were going for. And he did really good. He added to the character. He added to what I didn't have in pre-production, and I think that's what film is about, and I think that's what improv is about as well, because I didn't put any dialogue in the film on purpose. I just wanted us to worry about the character development and the story and sell the story and see if my shots as a DP can make it make sense in a director's role and a storytelling role. Ask Cody a question. What did it take? What was the process for you to be in this role? Because context, the role was a crazy human being who just came from a smoke session. He fell asleep. He woke up and he was in a different reality. But he went to sleep just a regular day, and he woke up. And he had to be, regular, and then he had to have a demon that was himself. So he had to play the demon. So how was it playing the demon? And how did you get into that? And where did that come from? Where's the inspiration? Where did it come from?
I say certain things, and like when it came to like shooting this short film and this scary movie. Me, I'm a joking person. I'm a joke around. I don't take too much serious. I just be laughing at everything, and I make sure everybody around me just laughing. It don't matter if they're laughing at me or a joke, whatever. I just want to make sure everybody laughing. For me, I had to really sit down and think back on certain things that kind of messed me up in my life. Like certain things I had to battle. If I look at it don't mess with me no more. Type of trauma. Mm-hmm. So. Shooting this short film, certain things about it, now say he bringing the camera closer to me, and I'm finna break this camera and stab him with the piece. I was just tweaking, and then Debo and Sabir's in the living room, I'm like, dang, if I had an AK, I'm exploding this whole thing up. I was just going on some crazy ideas, and then it's that whole week and whole 2 weeks, I was just being just a character. And then I already told y'all, like, it was certain things going on behind the scenes, and I was like, fuck it. I don't give a damn no more. Like, I just don't care no more. Like, okay, bet. I'm finna play this role the best way I can. It came to certain things, like, not serious, like, I want you to do this, I want you to do that, I want you to do this, I want you to do that, I want you to act this way, I want you to say you want to do this and do that. Especially, like, certain ideas when the demon came. I had to, like, close my eyes and just picture, like, okay, bet. Same thing like when they say, he said, like, when you fight, you got a shadow box. Mm-hmm. You got to picture somebody in front of you. Like, certain things like that, I had to, like, close my eyes, open my eyes, and I just see somebody right there. Black demon, black person, somebody looking at me. I did some substance. You know, I'm just saying, I did some substance, and it made me see a person. It was me that I did not want it to be. Mm-hmm. And every time, like, anytime anything go wrong, I feel like everything going downhill, I see that person every time. And then I like my day, because I don't want to be that person. So we shooting that film, and that's just like, stop joking, just be serious, just be serious. I seen them, and it kind of scared me. You gonna see in the scene, they kind of scared me. And this when the actor came out, it was good. Mm-hmm. Like they didn't know. Like I seen me in a phrase where it's like I could really be dead right now. Like, mm-hmm. So it's like just seeing that person over and over, and then like thinking how he was thinking, just letting him take over. It was like I need to take a break from everybody after we get done with this film and just really regather myself and just calm down and just cool it. Because the whole time we shooting, I'm laughing, joking, cool, yeah. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm finna stab the fuck out of him right now. I'm finna break this chrome bottle and smash it. Like.
So all of this really a conversation. I know it's kind of long. It's going to be a long talk me and you have right now. But the conversation is really based on us going out there and just trying it. And this is just kind of like small processes in the middle of trying it. I know people talk about going and doing it and it's being very important and getting money behind it. But no, it's important to your own creative art, your own artist in you. I know people out here make money. I definitely like to do video production, majority for the paychecks and the money. And I'd like to take clients that aren't that hard. But there is the times where you have to release and you get burnt out and you can't go to work anymore because it's just not the same. So the best thing to do is find something that makes you feel like, man, this is the reason why I picked up a camera. And to me, the reason I picked up a camera was because I wanted to create and I wanted to make a dope image. And I really love storytelling, but I only got a chance to do one or two things of that so far in my life. And this time around, I want to make something that fits all three of those things. I've only been doing shots and making the shots look really great, but I missed the storytelling. I missed the other part. So it's imperative that I do it and I finish this and I show you guys how important it is to finish it. Because I had a DP the other day. We did a really big shoot, $30,000 shoot, and he walks up to me and he goes, I've never made a narrative film and I would love to do it. He goes, I'm nervous and I'm not confident enough to make my own narrative film. And I literally looked at him and I told him, I was like you before I did it. And I'm not finished, and it's not that good. It's not good. Well, I'm not going to say it's not good. I'm going to show you guys some BTS, some sneak peeks. It's not perfect. And the fact that I was able to go out there and at least try it and do it, that was the best thing in my life. And that built the confidence to try it again and do it again and do it again and come up with the concepts and relearn. Because that's the thing about this life. Like, we're here to learn. We're here to challenge life. We're not here to let it roll by the punches and be discouraged about something we think we might not be able to do. So that's the thing. I really wanted to go out there and capture that for people like that. Because dude already was working with artists that are super huge and crazy, but he felt like he wasn't doing enough because he didn't make a narrative film. You know, man, who cares about that? Go out there and you try to make your narrative film. All right. This is a motivation talk. This is a get out there and try it talk. This is a pick up your camera and create talk. So I'm gonna get back to the points real quick. I just had to kind of go off of there and just like talk to you for a second and just let you into the reason why I'm making this video in the first place. All right. So also, this is not just for me. And this is the challenge I gave. We talked about the challenge to myself. We talked about the challenge as a director. We talked about the challenge of pre-production. But let's talk about the challenge of using actors and hiring people and the budget part. So the budget part. The budget part was something I had to really think about because I never made anything before when it came to me putting money out of my pocket to create something. I've always used the client's budget. So this time I wanted to do the same, but the client was me and I didn't want to pay anything. So that's the twist on it. So I decided to think about it in a community way and go, let's do crowdfunding without money. Let's see if we can pull the resources together and we can come up with a concept that people just might want to just work on or work for. So I actually kept my actors to a minimum. I kept my crew to a minimum. It's really just me, one man banding. So have to have or worry about people being on time and things like that. So what happened was I just kind of called Cody. Cody was willing to do everything. I called my boy Jason. Jason was really helping me in pre-production a lot. He didn't get a chance to be on set, but he helped me in pre-production a lot, helped me get my thought processes out. The challenge to using those guys, the challenge was how can I do something really good and actually have them help themselves because we're all aspiring. I mean, I do this for a living. Jason does it for a living. Cody trying to get there, but the idea is aspiring. We're all still in the same place. We're all still technically in the trenches, and let's do something in the trenches. Let's go out there and let's see if we can shoot and show people around us that you can do whatever whatever you put your mind to. And I'm not. I'm for the business, but to be honest, I'm for community. And the idea of me using my partner because he's aspiring, he's trying to make it out. I'm like, bro, let me put you on the big screen and let me help you. Let me give you that avenue. And a lot of people, I don't know if they do that, but I know in the way that I'm doing it, it's because of where I came from. And my brother come from where I come from, and we got to make it out. I made it out, and I'm trying to help him make it all the way out. So, you know, I put him on that big screen and I said, let's go, let's make this, let's do it serious and let's not play no games with it because this could be a portfolio piece that a person could look at you and that set you up. So let's all be serious. Let's all really come together and let's try. And that was the best decision I ever made because that was the most organic set that I've ever been on. That was the most organic thing I've ever done. Most time when you hire somebody that you know is a professional, which the saying goes, hire somebody better than you. I would hire a better actor if I had $30,000. But that wasn't the idea. The idea was it the passion that I was asking for? Was it the community basis I was challenging myself for? Was it everything I put myself in the platform for? And that's the next part of what we're going to talk about is the platform. Where did I think this was going to go? And I'm going to bring it together, those two. So to bring those 2 points together, the platform that you create, the platform and the set that you put yourself on is the platform you're probably going to project that film to. So where I think the film is going to go, I think I think the film's going to go in our archives. It's going to go in our portfolios, but it's going to show in our minds that we're confident and we're able to do this, and we actually can make a piece. We can make a piece bigger than us. We can make a piece that we can make something that involves 30 people. We can make something that involves 14, 15, 16 actors because we've tried it. And that was my platform. My platform wasn't to say I want to submit this in a film festival. I want to make some money off of it. No, like I don't expect to make any dime off this money, off this film. I don't expect to make any dime right now. But if I do make dimes, that's a blessing. Things like that because I really just was out here challenging myself, and I'm challenging the guys around me to step up in the box and let's hit the ball. The ball's coming 90 miles an hour. Let's make a home run. So this conversation is what the film was about. It was about motivation, and it was challenging motivation in a specific genre. And this is kind of what I'm going to go into the next one because we talked about the platform. This is my last point. My last point is genre and getting out of your genre. It's okay to get out of your genre for a second. You can change niches. You can figure out is music videos for me. You can figure out is corporate America for me. You can figure out is photography for me. There's different things and avenues that will help you not get burned out. And I recently got burned out, so I'm just talking to you guys from the heart. And I didn't get a chance to be creative, and I haven't got a chance to be creative. I just had a 1-year-old daughter last year. She just turned 1. But I was in grind mode for a full year. Like, I was in grind mode since I've been married. Things like that stuff, life happens, bro. So you gotta release all that in some type of way or form, and the best way to do that is be creative and be passionate about why you picked up this camera in the first place. Who cares about what camera it is? Who cares about what light you brought? Who cares about what the audio equipment is? Nobody cares about the gear. The gear's a part of it, but your story is the biggest part of it. And if you don't tell your story in the way that you want to tell it, you're going to feel trapped. You're going to feel in a box. And again, the best way to try to not fill in that box is to go try another niche, another genre. And I'm going to tell you, this is my very, very last point. The result of me even trying this short film and being creative and being motivated to do it and the confidence after trying it, this has changed my mind, to be honest, on where I want to go in my business. I really want to do corporate. I want to make the money from corporate, and I think that's the truth. I want to make the cash from corporate. It's great cash. It's great cash to do a $10,000 video and it's a 30-second video for a commercial. That's like great cash. I really personally never wanted to go through the grind of being a director or DP when they just kind of they have a kit and they freelance. But this in the role aspect, in the creative aspect, in the storyboard, in the mood, in the onset, in the management has really changed my heart to be like, I want to pick up set things more. I want to do more set design. I want to do more gaffing. I want to do more creative lighting. I want to be more in production on the mood board side. I do all these things already, but it amplified it by 10 because I was able to be hands on with my own project and I was able to talk to the client because I am the client. I was able to get the creative thought processes out because that was my thought processes out. I was able to listen to other people, versus them just telling me what to do and I follow instructions. And I think that was the most important part on the confidence building part, that knowing that I can do it. And it doesn't look the best. I'm going to keep saying it don't look the best because I haven't fully done it yet. But it don't look the best and I'm not finished. But good God Almighty, I went out there and did it with God's grace, and God has blessed me wholehearted spirit in my mind and advice and motivation to other people. And I think that you can get the same thing if you go out there and you shoot your passion project. Passion projects are the best thing that you can do. I don't care if it's a spec project. I don't care if you make it for your mom. Go out there and put some great audio together. Go out there and put some great images together. Hit the sun, hit the flares, all that. Like, do whatever makes you feel good. Shoot in 60, shoot in 120, shoot a free football video. Whatever makes you feel like you're the best person in the world, and you'll do that edit for free, that's probably your passion project. Whatever you'll do for free is your gift. And Allah gave you many talents, but He only gave you one gift. So go out there, spit your gift, go out there and show us what you're made of and show yourself what you're made of. Look in the mirror and be motivated to do it again and grab the confidence and keep growing. And bring some money back to you while you're doing it. But it's your boy One Shot Nas. I appreciate you guys for listening. Video is a little different, but I appreciate you guys for listening. I just wanted to motivate you guys today, and I wanted to give you some advice, and I wanted to give you some of my journey on being great and becoming the best person that I can be, because you can't make him sitting at home. So I appreciate you guys for listening. Like, comment, subscribe to more videos. You guys are kind of going crazy in the comments and in the likes and in the views. I don't have a big page, but you guys are sitting there watching my whole video, and I really appreciate you guys. All 300 of you guys. Road to 1,000. Let's do it. Let's get monetized so we can make some money off this stuff, and we can get a bill. All right? So, peace. Appreciate you guys. Love y'all.